As I'm sure you are all aware, Pistols Only has quite the number of 5-star characters, and even an S6 Carlotta, and many other S rank, that was a bad character show, many other copies of the 5-star characters. And yet, in the thousands and thousands of pulls I have done, I still don't have an S6 Aalto. We have S6 for Trisha, we also have S6 for Mortifi, yet our only other 4-star is only S1. And that is mainly because every single banner that he has been on, there hasn't been a 5-star pistol character. However, in the newest banners, we have Lynae, who is a 5-star pistol character, but more importantly, we have Aalto, and also Trisha, but she's already S6, so not worried about that. So seeing as I have almost, actually probably over 70 pulls, okay, never mind, 69 pulls, we are one short, I am going to try to pull for S6 Aalto. Obviously, more copies of Lynae is also not a bad thing. I do want to save a few of the pulls because I do want to get Galbrenna whenever she releases. I want to get her S6, but we don't have any copies of Lynae, so that's probably not a bad thing to grab. And hopefully we can get S6 Aalto in these pulls. Seeing as there's no guarantee for 4-stars, this could be a little bit difficult, but I'm hoping we just see a lot of Aaltos. And because I am going for 4-stars specifically, I'm clicking through this. Pistol character, wrong pistol character though. Into 10 pull number 2, still a 4-star, that is again totally fine. Just give me Aalto. Pretty please, there we go. There is our S2 Aalto. Another Aalto, perfect, thank you, there's S3. So far, pretty good luck on the 4-star. So you've only got pistol characters, and 2 of the 3 have been Aalto. Double 4-stars, not bad, but I can't use dungeon, so it's kind of useless. Although somehow she is S6. How is dungeon S6 before Aalto? Now, before I continue pulls on that, I'm going to do a quick 10 pull on the weapon banner. And get a 5-star, because of course. And maybe Aalto? Are we going to see an Aalto in this pull as well? No, we don't. I'm pretty sure that was probably like 20 pity. Never mind. It was about 5. Because of course it was. Why is my weapon banner luck so good? With that out of the way, we can get back onto the character banner. Go for S4 Aalto. Watch, that's... Okay, wait. Potential for doubles, because that was the first pull. I mean, it's a double, but it's dungeon, so... Yeah, not great. Okay, well, looks like we are down to our last 2 10 pulls. We are going to need quite a bit of luck if I want S6 Aalto in this. I'm going to double check pity here, because I don't think we are very likely to get another 3 Aaltos in this. So if we're sitting kind of close to 5-star pity, I'm probably not going to do another 10 pull. However, we aren't super far into pity. So you know what, screw it. If we get Lynae, I'm actually kind of stoked for that. I do use Lynae quite a bit. And if we don't, well, hopefully we get another copy of Aalto. However, with that amount of lag, I'm assuming that's going to be a 5-star. Yes, indeed. Okay, well, I mean, if we get an Aalto here, I'll be even more happy. But I'm not too unhappy with the S1 Lynae. I was going to pull for her anyway. And I mean, I don't know when Galbrenna's next releasing, so I can't really just save all my pulls when there's a pistol character on the banner. But hey, there we go. There is S1 Lynae. I will happily take that. And hopefully also a S4 Aalto. Maybe? No. You're not guaranteed really? You're not guaranteed to get a 4-star in the 10 pull even if you get a 5-star? Huh. I thought you could get a 4-star in a 10 pull with a 5-star. Like that was guaranteed, but apparently not, because we didn't even get a 4-star in that pull. Okay, well that's interesting. I guess I will do a few more singles. And with these singles, I should guarantee 1 more 4-star, which will hopefully be our S4 Aalto, and then we are only 2 away from getting him S6, which probably won't happen on this banner, so I'm going to need to wait for his next rerun on a banner with a pistol character. God knows when that is. Hello? 4-star? Are we not going to get a 4-star? That'd be kind of painful. Last pull we can do. Please be a 4-star. Okay, there we go. Perfect. And please be a Aalto. God damn it, you're not even on the banner. Go away. Okay, well, it could have gone better, but I mean, at the end of the day, we got 2 copies of Aalto in like 70 pulls, which, you know, isn't great. And we also have an S1 Lynae. I mean, it seems like a pretty decent S1 to be fair. So I mean, I'll happily take that. She's really our only support, so I mean, I can't be mad about having better supports on an account with pretty much zero supports. Seeing as we did all the stuff for Aalto, I might as well make him do a little bit better. And I mean, his build is also not bad as well. He is fully maxed out running the static mist. To be fair though, with the amount of weapons I have, I could probably hit him on something better. Rebecca's weapon actually doesn't seem too bad because we get extra attack. And then once we do an intro skill, so I'm assuming intro to Aalto, then we get extra basic attack, which he does do, I think. That's like his main form of attack. Lynae's weapon seems very, very similar to Rebecca's. It actually does give us a little bit more basic attack damage, but Rebecca's has a lot higher crit damage, and Lynae's only has crit rate. But passive-wise, they seem very, very similar. They both increase attack, and after using intro skill, you get basic attack damage, and then this one boosts the tune break, tune strain, whatever. And this one increases the hack shifting stuff, which is just the cyberpunk variant of the tune break. So that's interesting that they almost do the same thing. Either Rebecca or Lynae's weapon is probably our best bet. So I'm just going to have a look at pieces, and whatever I have more or less of at the end, crit rate or crit damage, I'll just pick the weapon according to that. So in terms of sets, I'm going to use the Sierra Gale, just because I believe all of the other stuff is Aero Erosion or something like that. It doesn't really do as good stuff Aalto. So Sierra Gale will probably be pretty decent. I did have him on a Rejuvenating Glow, like full healer build, but I've got good enough at dodging now where I don't need that, so I can get away with running him full DPS. That is not a bad piece, although probably could be a teeny bit better, although I think I should probably actually use the Nightmare versions now that I think about it. That actually not too bad. I'll take that. That is a better piece. And because it is crit rate, I'm gonna say I'll probably use Rebecca's weapon. In terms of his 3 costs, that's actually pretty good. That one could be better. And I guess seeing as I have some pieces, I could probably try to fix it. However, we don't have any other options. You have a lot of these Carapace ones, which is already his good piece. So I guess it's gonna have to do at least his double crit. And then for the 1 cost, that one's not bad. And that one's actually not bad either. You know, that's surprising. He actually has some decent pieces. I was honestly not expecting that. I mean, I could level up a few more pieces, but if I'm being honest, these are fairly decent. So I think I'll take it for now. On Static Mist, he's sitting at an 83 to 226. I'd say we'd probably just swap him to Lynae's weapon, because if I throw him on Rebecca's, we will have like a, 59 to 290, which 290 is nice. However, 59 is not even remotely enough crit rate. So I think we're going to use the Lynae's. So then he's on a 83 to 226, which is fairly decent. Obviously, in the long run, he'll probably end up back on Static Mist, unless I'm using him in a team where I don't need Lynae, which to be fair, I probably will be. But I mean, if I'm not using Lynae and I don't need the Lynae's weapon for anyone else, I guess I can run him on that. Otherwise, he will just be on Static Mist. It is a tiny, tiny little bit less damage, but it's really about the same. It's the same crit rate. There's really not much of a difference, except for the passive, I think, on Lynae's being slightly better. So we are going to go over to our lovely friend Tower of Adversity, because it has just reset, meaning potentially we could actually see some good damage in here and maybe also clear it, because last rotation was pretty bad for this account, especially the middle tower. Let's see what it has to offer this time. Fusion res and Spectra res are decreased. That is exactly what I like to see, which means that I can probably, depending on the enemies in here, yeah, you know what? That'll work perfectly. This can be the Galbrenna team on the first 2 and Carlotta on the second 2. Then we have Havoc res on this side, which isn't great, but I could probably run the Cyberpunk team there. And this has Aero res, so I'm definitely going to run the Trueno Aalto team on this side. And seeing as I do want to save my damage for the middle floor, we're going to go with my realistic Aalto team, which is just those 2, because then we will run just the 2 Cyberpunk characters on the other side. We'll have probably the whole, actually, I'm not entirely sure, but Galbrenna and Mortifi definitely on the top floor in the Hazard one. And then either Carlotta, Lynae, and Chisha, or we'll put Chisha on the side with Galbrenna. I'm not entirely sure there. but we do want to keep all of my good characters for the hazard floor because it's the hardest. So let's see if our little increases to Aalto have made him better, and if we can clear the Tower of Adversity with this team. In the past, this is the team that I've had the most issues clearing the side floors with. Trueno is not an incredible DPS, and Aalto is very, very much not a DPS. So I've always had issues clearing the side floors with just these two. But let's see how this goes. I should realistically be using Aalto on these earlier ones considering I just built him. So let's see what he does. 2000s off the normal attack. Pretty good. I think it was a 9,000 potentially there. When I shoot through the stuff, we're hitting a lot of attacks. 12,000 off the dodge skill. Okay, hold up, wait a minute. And then we want to dash through that, and that does a nice bunch of 2000s. You know what? That's actually not bad damage. It's not great, but there's a lot of damage. That did 18,000. He died, and that was without Trueno's arrow buff. So, I mean, you know what? It's not good, but it does make him actually be able to do something in this team, rather than previously where he was literally just a character to swap to, and Trueno did everything. He can sort of do damage now, I guess, with his extra copies and Lynae's weapon. So now we'll give him a proper test out with Trueno and her burst, and do a proper rotation, which is going to be a lot of Trueno normal attacks, because I want to build up the heavy attack thingy. That we do that thing, then we chuck out a burst, make sure we go to arrow version, and then swap to Aalto. Does pretty decent damage, to be fair. It's a nice 14,000 on the tune break, and 31,000 on the burst there. You know what? Pretty decent, if I'm honest. I mean, yeah, it's not great damage, but considering he's a 4-star, and there's literally no buffs except for Trueno's buff, 31,000 on the burst is not terrible. Which means now we are into the hardest difficulty. It's also up against my least favorite enemy, which isn't helping us out much. I absolutely despise farming this or fighting this. Now, if I'm correct, I believe it is 3 minutes left to clear this. So, I mean, if I'm honest, it's not looking great for us right now. And Aalto is now dead, so it's looking very much not good for us. But I mean, potentially we'll get through it. I may need to throw in another character for this. I guess if I have troubles clearing it, I cannot dodge, then I will come back to it. I'll do the other floors, see if we can do them with the least amount of characters possible, and then come back to this with whatever characters we have left, if we have any left. I wouldn't mind a little bit more ER on Aalto, because he does seem to run out of ER a little bit quickly, which I suppose could be fixed by running Static Mist. Trueno died, that's not great. But if I'm being honest, I'd rather the bit of extra damage on Aalto and just do a few normal attacks to build up his burst, rather than running him on more ER. And yeah, this isn't happening. Let me try to get one run in where my characters don't die. Okay, this one has gone just as bad. Let me get back to that. We will work on that a little bit later. Right now, let's go do this side, I guess, which should be fairly easy, although I'm not 100% sure about that. I believe last time I did this, I did have a Spectro buff, or maybe actually it was Electro, I don't remember. But I did clear this before, so in theory I should be able to do it again, regardless of what bosses are in here. This team is actually quite strong, considering it only has 2 characters, but, you know, the Cyberpunk characters work so well together that this team is a fully functional team with just 2 characters and still does very good damage. I was actually just thinking I could probably take Rebecca off this team for the first and third floors, because I could definitely solo them with Lucy. I probably couldn't solo this with Lucy, but I can definitely solo the first and third, and then I can just use Rebecca on the Trueno team. Yes, not a great synergy, but Rebecca will essentially just be there to do more damage, because that will mean I can still keep all of my characters that I wanted to use for the middle floor and not have to try to sacrifice any characters for that. And Rebecca should, in theory, do enough damage to help out that Trueno team quite a bit. And there we go. That is this side done. So I'm going to reset, these 2, the first one and the third one, and we're going to redo them with just Lucy, and we should be able to clear this boss in theory. So we're going to start this with a Rebecca, I'd say. And as expected, she doesn't do a ton of damage, but enables us to intro into Trueno which helps her rotation go a little bit quicker. I am also 90% sure that the hack stuff does more damage than Tune Break. That did, I think, 100,000. So I'm already liking the look of this run a lot better. My Chicona is on full HP this time. I would really, really like a Chicona burst right now, though. That would be nice. Thank you very much. Now, I don't think this is going to finish it off. Oh, it will. Okay, perfect. There we go. 3-starred, which means 2 side floors are done. Grab a few more Ashtrite from that. And that just leaves the middle floor. So I think the plan is we're going to run Galbrenna and Mortifi on the first one. And depending on how this goes, we'll either run these 2 again on the second one, or if it's a bit tricky, we'll run Chisha as well. I'm going to try to only run these 2, so I can save Chisha for the other side, but we'll see how it goes. This is also another really annoying boss. And Galbrenna died. Okay, we only had 30 seconds left for that one as well, so I'm kind of feeling like we need a Chisha on this team. I mean, it's not going to do a whole lot, because Chisha doesn't do a lot of damage. Now, Galbrenna could also use a bit more ER, because that is a quite large issue with her. Because by the looks of things, I don't think we're going to clear this. I could throw a Lynae on the team, but then I'm left with only Chisha and Carlotta for the last floor, which, I mean, could probably work because Carlotta is S6, and it is quite single target focus stuff there, which is what she's good at. But yeah, this is certainly not going very well. So you know what? Screw it. Chisha, you can hop off. We're going to put on Lynae, and then we're going to swap her weapon. If I can, yeah, we're going to grab her weapon back off Aalto. And this should, in theory, do a little bit more damage. At least I'm hoping it does. I mean, Lynae herself will do more damage. She'll add more damage to the team. She'll do better than Chisha. And she will also buff. So we should be doing more damage to this. And I'm going to swap to her, and then I don't really know what I'm doing. I probably should have used Mortifi first, but whatever. I also haven't really been looking at Lynae's damage because I know she is S1 now, so she will do more damage. But she does so little damage that I don't really notice it. Plus, she is very much supportively built in this account. But I mean, hey, that went pretty good. Lynae definitely helped us out. And I think her S1 is definitely helping us do more damage compared to her not being S1, which, you know, that's to be expected. Normally, S1 characters will be better than S0 characters. I think I'm going to entirely skip Mortifi in the rotation now. He's not helping our damage enough. We are through the boss. Lovely. That means now we get some pain and suffering with Carlotta and Chisha for the last 2 floors in here. And I mean, if we can clear these, we've officially completed this account, which would be actually pretty cool. However, I'm going to be so honest with you, I don't think we're clearing these 2. And we are doing no damage to this. Yeah, okay. Well, we are definitely not clearing the Tower of Adversity today. There goes Carlotta. We only have like 15 seconds left. I'm good, thank you. Once again, just another situation of if they didn't have these 2 floors added in here, we would have cleared the Tower of Adversity. I think that's happened like 3 or 4 times now, where if they didn't have the other 2 floors, I would have cleared it. But because I've got those 2 floors and they're even harder, yeah, pain and suffering. There's also this endgame mode, which I'm not even getting into that right now. I might do it at some point, but no thanks. Sort of kind of successful, but not really. We do now have an S3 Aalto, so we are closer to getting him S6. And I mean, we also have an S1 Lynae, which actually does help out the damage quite a bit, so I'm kind of stoked we got that. So now I will just be saving all my pulls for Galbrenna's release or her rerun. But I guess with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you liked the video, go check out the video where we pulled for Chicona way back, probably over a year ago at this point. And with that being said, do consider subscribing, and I will see you all in the next one. Good. Bye.